Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back here with yet another video. Today I'm coming at y'all boys with the best playmaking badges in the game. If you haven't already got hip to the backup channel, what I be doing on there, I be doing tier list on there. I did the best. Pretty much I ranked every badge for playmaking, shooting, finishing, and defensive. I did a video for every single one of those, specifically ranking them, giving y'all different tiers and stuff like that, ranking every single one, and then I actually ended up ranking the badges. Today I will be doing another video, but it's gonna be for the takeovers. But if you guys want to see the full list of me pretty much ranking every single playmaking badge, you can go look at that. The link to that will be in the description. But for today, I will be giving y'all boys the top 5 playmaking badges in the game, and the way I'm gonna be ranking these, I'm gonna get at right now. So the way I'm ranking them based off how usable the badge is, how needed the badge is in a badge setup, and how good the badge actually is. It's not just basing it how good the badge is, because some badges are amazing and you just can't even have enough badge points. So it's a lot of different things that go into a badge, because a badge can be so good, but if you're not using it, you can't really say it's like better than this other badge, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna give y'all boys a top 5 with some honorable mentions like I always do. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash, break, and destroy the like button. But without further ado, let's hop straight into it.
I got digital dash, came right with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I ride through your block and I drop off the top, and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash, came right with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull up.
Alright, so let's hop straight into it. So, like I said, I'm gonna be going over this in order from honorable mentions all the way to the top 5. The way we're gonna be ranking these is gonna be based off how usable it is in a badge setup, how needed it is for a badge setup, or how much a build really needs it, and how good the badge actually is. Not just off of how good the badge is. So, first thing coming in at honorable mention is glue hands. This is actually one of the more underrated badges in the game. Reduces the chances of an errant pass while improving the ability to both catch tough passes and quickly make the next move. So this is really good for any build. If you're a spot up, if you're a big, if you're a guard, it's really good. Say for instance you're a guard, and a lot of people on this game, a lot of things have came in, especially for like 5v5. When it comes to like the inbounds, people have like real literal defense for them. You catch the ball, they just reach, and you just lose the ball off that. Glue hands will help that. This is gonna help you get way better catch and shoot animations. So if you're spotting up, it's gonna be really good for big man, even if you're catching live. So yeah, glue hands might be the most underrated badge on this list. My opinion, I like it a lot. It's a badge that I have to have on all my builds, and it's actually a really good badge. All right, next, bailout. Bailout is a really good badge. It's another badge that's pretty much going to be very situational. Now, this is for passing out of a jump shot or layup, yields fewer errant passes than normal. Additionally, helps passing out of double teams. So pretty much, if you're getting a bad animation, you're going to be able to pass out of that, and it's going to give you a pretty accurate pass, making it that much easier for your teammates to catch, less turnovers for you, and stuff like that. It's also going to make it easier to pass out of double teams. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It's going to bail you out. And just like it was on 2K20 where it would be good at bronze, it's not like best at bronze, but it is very good at bronze again this year, unlike last year. Then you go silver, gold, and Hall of Fame is just going to get better and better. So yeah, bailout is another honorable mention for the playmaking. And all right, next is going to be honorable mention, but it's 3 badges. Now this is going to be the badges for helping people hit shots. Now one badge kind of does more than that, but we're gonna get into that. Dimer, floor general, and post playmaker. So Dimer, when in the half court, passes by dimers to open shooters yield a shot percentage boost. So pretty much you have to be in a half court setting for this to work. So if you're at any point on the other side of the court and you passing it to somebody on the other side, it's not going to be effective. It's really only in half court settings where this is helpful. When it comes to floor general, this is pretty much going to be working the same way. It's going to be pretty much giving you up to +4 to your teammates' attributes on offensive attributes. So yeah, it's really good. A red ring appears around teammates' feet when they are in one of their hot zones. It doesn't do the percentage anymore. It does the red ring when they're in their hot zone, so that you can pretty much know when they're in their spots and stuff like that, which is actually pretty cool. The presented stuff was kind of overpowered, but this is actually pretty cool. But yeah, floor general kind of good because it's not just giving you stuff for shooting, it's giving you stuff from everything, and you don't really have to pass in the ball. Post playmaker though, this is the one for big man. Now this one, in my opinion, is the most usable out of all of them because in this game it's so easy to shoot. I don't really see the point. But when it comes to post playmaker, when passing out of the post or after an offensive rebound, receivers are given a shot boost. I feel like since big man, they're not gonna really even have a lot of these badges. When it comes to having playmaking, I feel like post playmaker is going to be the most usable because more big men are going to use this than guards are going to use diamond and floor general to me, because I don't feel like you really necessarily need to have any of these three. But if any of the three is going to be used the most, I feel like post playmaker would be used the most, especially with how many new good playmaking badges there are this year that I would use over these badges. But yeah, next is needle threader. Now needle threader, this is a badge that used to do two things, but it got split up and it only does one of those things. When passing through a tight window between defenders, a boost is given to the player's passing ability. So what this does is this increases your passing ability, but also it makes it harder for people to get steals off you passing. So in lobs, when you're just doing a regular pass, it's really good. I think this is really more of for big man, but you can use it on guards and it'd be very effective. But when it comes to big man, I feel like this is more usable for like when they trying to pass the ball up the court and stuff like that. So yeah, needle threader, very good badge for sure. It comes in an honorable mention, but I could see people trying to argue it being higher, but in my opinion, for what it is, it should only be an honorable mention. All right, so next is going to be the dribbling badges. Now these badges, I can see people actually for real trying to say that these are top 5. Me personally, I still think this is honorable mention. I know I got a lot of honorable mentions, but I want to make sure I go over these. Quick chain, this is going to be pretty much, if you know how to size up, is this, you have the size up combo, the size up escape, and you have the other size up. This is like how you're going to be dribbling with that. So pretty much this is going to be determining how fast those dribble moves are going to be when it comes to momentums and stuff like that. But when it comes to like the moving ones, you have hyperdrive, increases the speed at which a player can perform moving dribble moves as they attack down the court. And quick chain said a player with this badge can quickly put together a series of moves while sizing up their opponent. So quick chain is for pretty much like the size up animations, and hyperdrive is really for like anything that has moving in front of it, whether it's a moving step back, whether it's a moving crossover, moving behind the back, anything that has moving in front of it, this is going to be determining that. Another thing about quick chain, if you're wondering about that little hop back that people do, quick chain also affects how fast that animation is. So if you want your animation to be as fast as possible, you want to have quick chain and hyperdrive as high as possible. Me personally, I don't necessarily need it because but like if you feel like you moving fast, it makes it harder for people to, you know what I'm saying, dribbling faster, it makes it harder for people to rip you. I can see that. If you feel like you need it, I can see that. Me personally, I don't necessarily need it, but I can see people needing it and using it and being able to do a lot with it. All right, next, last but not least for the honorable mention before we get into this top 5, handles for days. Now, handles for days this year, it's not as needed as it has been in the past, but it is exceptionally good. When it comes to the stamina issue for the past couple years has gotten worse and worse and worse. But this year we actually got a buff on stamina. It's about time. Now, how stamina works this year? So the stamina bar moves way slower than usual. But the thing about it is, why you want to use handles for days is because when it comes to having stamina, it goes down slower than usual, but it goes back up. It recovers the stamina way slower than usual also, and that's where the handles for days comes in. The stamina bar, when you put handles for days on top of that, you're going to be making the stamina bar go down even slower, but you're going to recover the stamina even faster the higher of the tier it is. So yeah, handles for days is an amazing badge. A player takes less of an energy hit when performing consecutive dribble moves, allowing them to chain together combos quicker and for longer periods of time. And if you don't know why it says why it allows you to combo chains quicker, is because the more your stamina is drained, your jump shot will be slower, your dribble moves will be slower. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of things that go in play with handles for days, and handles for days has a big impact on pretty much everything. This has a big impact on even dunking because there's no more relentless finisher, there's no more tireless shooter. So handles for days, you could argue, is top 5. So yeah. Alright, so now that we got the honorable mentions out the way, let's hop into the top 5. So coming in at number 5, this is actually one of my favorite badges in the game this year. Usually Slowly Finisher is that, but this might be it. Stop and Go. Allows for the ball handler to start and stop quickly with unique stops and launches exclusive to this badge. So for this game where people really are heavy on the 3 hunt with these really short builds on next gen, on current gen, Stop and Go is just as good when it comes to how fast people already is. You put this alongside with how fast people already is, man, Stop and Go is an amazing badge. And yeah, I feel like you can use this on any build, whether you're a shooter, a slasher, a two-way. You can be really good with this badge and really effective. And any badge setup I'm doing, I'm more than likely gonna have this badge on. So yeah, man, Stop and Go comes in at the number 5 spot because I think it's very usable in a badge setup. I think it's very, I don't know if it has the needed criteria, but it is a very exceptional badge. All right, next. Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but Unpluckable. Now I understand Unpluckable year after year is very inconsistent. But the reason why it's inconsistent this year is because of the steal rating. The steal rating has tiers of 70, 80, 90, and 99. And you can put Pickpocket on top of that. Steal rating is very overpowered. That's not really because of the ball handling and Unpluckable. Steal rating is just overpowered to begin with. So a lot of people, I see people saying Unpluckable is so bad that they don't even put it on. If you are doing that, that is just dumb. You have to put Unpluckable on so that you don't get ripped. Unpluckable, without Unpluckable, you're getting ripped every time. You put Unpluckable on bronze, yeah, you're still getting ripped, but you're not getting ripped as much. Yeah, at silver, you're still getting ripped, but you're not getting ripped as much as if you don't have it on if you have it bronze. And then so on when you go to gold and Hall of Fame. Unpluckable, out of all these badges I'm gonna show you guys on this list, it's either number 2 most needed or number 3. You could even argue it's number 1, but I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, Unpluckable is just so necessary in this game that I have to have it in the top 5. I'm sorry. Alright, next. Now this is a badge that is exceptionally needed, but it's actually an amazing badge. Bullet Passer. Now, like I was saying with Needle Threader, there was 2 parts of that badge, but it got split up, and this was the second part of that badge. Speeds up how quickly a player gets the ball out their hands, as well as the velocity of the pass. So you know how you get those crazy slow animations just to get the ball out of your hands to throw a dot? You put Bullet Passer on, you're gonna be getting the ball out of your hands exceptionally fast, and the passes are gonna be exceptionally fast too. So it's not saying that like just the passes are gonna be fast. There's gonna be speed. You're gonna get way faster passing animations for your My Player whenever you even just try to pass the ball. So yeah, man, Bullet Passer for anyone that's ISOing, anyone that has a really, like, if you have an IQ and you really trying to dot people on 5v5, 3v3, 2v2, it's gonna be very important. I don't know if it's as needed on 2v2 as it is on 3v3 and 5v5, but I do know it is very useful for sure, and it's just an amazing badge. It covers all 3 criteria. It's probably the second or third most needed. It's either depending on what you think is more needed, this or Unpluckable. It's really up to you on that one. But then when it comes to how good it is, it's definitely a better badge in terms of how good it is. Now how usable it is, that's really good too. So yeah, that badge comes in at the number 3 spot on the list. And coming in at the number 2 spot. Now I honestly could have put this at 3, but I'm gonna keep it here at 2 because of the badges and how it can go along with other takeovers. Ankle Breaker. This is kind of like Rim Protector, but for taking ankles. If you know how Rim Protector does, it's like a badge that helps you get more blocks. It also enhances other badges that gets blocks or shock attacks. This is like that, but for ankle breakers. Ankle breakers, when performing step backs and certain moves, the defender stumbles or falls more frequently when biting the wrong way. So pretty much whenever you make the defender go the wrong way off certain moves, you're gonna get an ankle breaker. But what ankle breaker also does, if you're using tight handles, you're gonna be getting more ankle breakers. It's gonna be enhancing that badge. If you're using Space Creator, it's going to be enhancing that badge. If you're using Shot Creator to take over on current gen, it's gonna be enhancing that, making it get more ankle breakers. If you're using Playmaker Takeover, it's gonna be enhancing that, getting more ankle breakers. If you're on next gen using ankle breaking shots, it's going to be enhancing that, getting more ankle breakers. So yeah, Ankle Breaker is an amazingly overpowered badge. This year, I will be honest, you don't take ankles as much as last year, but if you put certain things with certain things, you'll get ankles more than damn near ever. So yeah, Ankle Breaker, very overpowered. It's just gonna pretty much put people in an animation that they don't want to be in, making it that much easier to get shots off, making the defense that much more disadvantaged. And coming in at number 1, this is probably the most broken badge for playmaking. This is the most needed badge for playmaking and the most useful badge for playmaking. The real biggest problem on current gen is not really sliding. Y'all think sliding is the issue. The real issue on current gen is how fast people are. That's the real issue. People are just way too fast on current gen when it comes to offense in comparison to defense. And quick first step is a huge factor. Now 99 speed is a huge factor, but you put 99 super ball with any tier of quick first step, granted gold or Hall of Fame, you're gonna be just that much more overpowered. Quick first step, this is gonna be pretty much increasing how fast you are in speed boosting situations. So pretty much a lot of people think speed glitching is like a bad thing. Speed glitching is a bad thing, but speed boosting and speed glitching are not the same thing. They're not. So let's get that out of the way. But yeah, speed boosting, quick first step just makes it easy to get open for anything that you're trying to do. Whether you're isoing, using screens, going for a contact dunks, getting threes, mid-range, off the dribbles, whatever you're trying to do is going to be really good. It's even going to help your teammates get open shots because they're going to have to help. So yeah, man, quick first step in all aspects of the game. If I'm putting on the playmaking badge setup, it's the first badge I'm putting on. When it comes to how useful it is, it's the most useful playmaking badge. When it comes to how good the badge is, it's either Ankle Breaker or this that's more overpowered. I would go with quick first step personally, and yeah, that's how I ranked it. So yeah, that is the top 5 with the honorable mention for the playmaking badges. If you guys want the defensive badges and the playmaking badge set up for guards and bigs, all you gotta do is smash, break, and destroy the like button and turn on post notifications for the first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody who needs some help. If everybody new to the channel, hit that sub button right now. I really would appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all boys hit that sub button. Make sure y'all boys hit that like button to show enough support. But yeah, man, without further ado, it's your boy Fitz, man. I'm about to be mad.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!